Hello and welcome. I'm Orchid and this is my speed painting for the Haikyuu 2018 Big Bang. I was partnered with Amanda, also known as Panda13 on Tumblr, or Amarai Raven on AO3. I have links to her socials below, also a direct link to the story that this painting is based off of. I had quite a few difficulties with this piece, but before I get into any of that, let me give you a quick summary of what this is actually about. So this is obviously a Kuroo and Tsukki ship. The two are avid gamers that get introduced to each other in-game while playing one of their favorite MMOs. They and their friends, those being Kema, Akashi, and Bokuto, team up a lot. So they really start to get to know each other amongst all the dungeon raids and monster slaying. And there's plenty of bantering and flirting, and the two wind up making a pretty good team. Eventually, they do meet by chance in real life, and they pretty quickly figure out who the other is by personality and voice. Then after that, they start hanging out more, just the two of them, both in-game and real life, around also having to deal with school. It's really cute because while making a good team, they're also pretty competitive with each other. And that's what I really wanted to illustrate in this painting. So much of the story is driven by their love of this game and their antagonistic way of flirting. I think Amanda's done a really good job with the chemistry between the characters, and it's a really fun read, especially if you're into gaming. So while I love high fantasy stories and games, I'm absolute crap when it comes to doing armor. Like, huge props to those who do this well, because this was a big challenge for me. Not that I really made it any easier on myself either. I happened to hit a real low point in focus and productivity while doing this, so motivation was really hard for me to find. I kept wanting to rush it, and sorry, my cat's meowing. I really wasn't putting much effort into finding quality references, which I really needed to do. As a result, it took me way longer to do this than I should have, and Kuro went through a few redesigns, a couple of which you'll see here. And by the time I got doing Tsukki though, I had managed to pull my head out of my ass, and he looks drastically better in comparison, I think. Like, Kuro looks like he's holding a door or something, and his mace should have been completely redone, but again, like, mentally, I just wasn't with the program and kind of said, good enough. So, Tsukki not only wins the battle, like, he also wins the beauty contest. And by the way, this chainmail brush was an absolute blessing. I found it on Clip Studio Library, and we'll link below for anyone else who wants to play with it. My process was even like really different for me for this piece because it was all done on my iPad. Usually I just sketch on the iPad and will move a piece over to the desktop for lining and painting, but I really wanted to try this, and I thought it went fairly well. I learned a few tricks like how to pull the hotkey bar from the side of the screen to provide access to things like the Shift and Alt keys. I've thought about getting a Bluetooth keyboard though, because I absolutely love my hotkeys and I miss them dearly when working on the iPad. I think that if that works, I'd be doing a lot more paintings on the iPad. I also had at least one cat in my lap for 3/4 of this. Normally, one or both of my cats will curl up in front of my computer screen on my desk while I work. So I think I know where their votes are, if it's desktop versus iPad, because they're both cuddlebugs for sure. One of them actually managed to knock the iPad out of my hands, so at some point you'll see the screen spaz and flip around. So yeah, thanks for that, cat. Well, that's it. I'm done talking your ear off. Enjoy some music, enjoy some art, and afterwards go enjoy some fan fiction. Thanks to all involved in the Big Bang this year, and I will see you guys again next year. All right, later.
A little bit of light, a little bit of gold under sure you start to fold like a diamond from gold. Maybe you are something I cannot define. Maybe you are the fallen kind. I lay in bed with violence, the silent side of me. We see where fire starts to breathe. When I would lay in silence, the voice inside of me made me use my mind right. I never